Hello, it's E. Giuliano. Welcome back. We're going to talk about Pirate Chain against USDT. We're looking at some price charts, just try and figure out what's going on here. Is it going the way that we might have expected? What's happening here? I'm going to share this screen. Okay, I'm using getaurox. If you want to try it for yourself, I have a link in the description. Also, if I'm liking it so far, actually quite a bit. I just erased a few things, the fib time and even a fib retracement. I erased another trend line. I think I want to look at this with a bit more fresh eyes. We're going to start with the 4-hour chart, I think, just to get an idea of where we are and where we stand. And something's happening with these trend lines. I don't know what is happening with the trend lines, but we will actually redraw it. Okay, so we're here looking at this chart and what's happening. We broke down that orange support. We're here with the yellow support, and we've got again this green downtrending supply line. Now we're starting to look like we're creating a base structure that will take us further, and we're going to make sure that we're taking further. We're just going to quickly go through, try and figure out where are we and where are we going, what's happening. Yeah, we've crossed on the 4-hour, we've crossed the 20 moving average below the 50. Now we're coming price-wise to test with the 100. The major support area that I've drawn out roughly is around the $4 level. And of course, we have the 5.5 level, a little bit above that. Okay, so those are the main areas there. In terms of this MACD now, remember this is 4 hours. So this is not saying like tomorrow or the next day. Look, we're not even May yet. Okay, so we do need to round this out and create some stabilizing at a lower level, just kind of range out a bit more balanced wise. For me, so far, the date that seems to keep coming up is again the 24th of May. Like it's just a number, but it's just this time frame. Okay. And in terms of the RSI as well, it might come back up a bit, come back down. We're going to see where that's going, but we expect it to clean out fully all the way. We have officially crossed through. It's like we kicked the side of the knee of the cloud and just broke right through. And here we are. So let's see if we can base here at this $6 level, or if we go into the fives more significantly. Currently, the body is trading lower than the previous bodies closed, but they did. Right now, we're here on the 29th of April. Okay. And there's the 4-hour chart. So the previously bodies were closing a little bit higher, but it's insignificant. We're here triple 1, 2, 3, testing this. Let's see what we're playing with. Okay, let's see what we're playing with now. Pirate Chain. This is not even a log chart. We're going to click at the bottom right here to get the logarithmic scale. That's going to give us. Oh, maybe that's why the trend lines weren't working. I'm not sure. Who cares? The logarithmic scale is going to give us a different proportionality to the chart, okay? Because each unit of the scale is proportional in percentage move, whereas previously in the linear chart, it's literally just going up by ones or tens or the same number each time. So it's not proportional in that same sense. So you get just a different distortion one way or the other. So, but you still get the same information. The same information remains here, okay? But now it also makes sense. Okay, coming down to this 5 level or even this 4 level is not so bad considering where we came from. It's really not unreasonable. In fact, if you ask me, this could have been a beautiful top here, just clean it out a bit and get a better base higher around like the dollar level, base at the dollar for a while, and then come up to the $3, $5 level, hang out there. You make your way a little more cleanly, but we didn't. Instead, took a huge impulse and then that final wave of the impulse. So this final wave, which really you could either say, yeah, probably began here around the mid-April and lasted till, so from 14th, so about a week, right? So it was about a week of impulse. That was a great week, a lot of excitement, a lot of awareness building. This was really good for Pirate Chain overall. It was really good for Pirate Chain overall. It brings that awareness into it. Look, terms of market cap, we're still trying to base out at about a billion market cap, let's say. That's why that $5 mid $5 level is starting to come into play as a reasonable test. Get that base of a billion market cap, get that thing solidified, spend some time here, and then move further. That would make sense for sure. And you know what, ultimately, if you're going down to $2, I think you're going way further. So I think this region might change. We might be, as this 200 period is, again, this is a 4-hour chart. So let's actually look at it on the dollar to make sure that this doesn't have to change, because we don't want to get confused by our timeframes. So we will look at it on the daily chart, okay? Here we go, daily chart. Okay. So what are we working with today? Today we're working with trend lines and understanding what's happening overall in the market. And then we're thinking, okay, where can we get ourselves set up so that we can really get in nicely? So Pirate chart, in fact, previously did a move in June, but that was part of a bigger corrective pattern that was coming back here, we can say. So we're looking at this group of movements here. Here. And then this one up here. Okay, whoa, what happened there? I chose the wrong thing. Okay, doesn't matter. You see what I'm pointing at here, right? This stuff, okay? Because in there we have impulsion correction, and then we have impulsion correction. And if overall this is a bigger set of impulsions, then we can expect one more. But if it's not a bigger set of impulsions, then we might say actually that it's done for now, for a longer market cycle, but it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't seem that way. So what are we going to do? What we're going to do is we're going to take the 0 to 2 line and the 2 to 4 line. That's what they're called. It's basically a trend line that once you know, so you follow a trend line at first, and then let's say at this point in the pattern, sorry, we're going to this high. So let's zoom in for you. Let me make this more clear, clean this up for you better. I mean, I'm trying to show you the top, but really we're so far away from that when we're down here. So it's better just to do it properly, isn't it? So I hope you're maybe watching this on 1.5x speed, 1.75x, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna really make sure that we are in that line, but that line doesn't go where we're pointing it. It goes to here. And really, it's not starting yet. It's starting here. Let's see. Wow. So it's really hard to measure this one just because of where we went, okay? But basically you get there, you get to that point here where you're at the top from the bottom, okay? And what ends up happening is, and that's even better, you see how small this is? You see how much Pirate has moved? This is crazy. It's crazy. So you know here at this point, okay, when you're in this move, you don't know really what's happening. Now, you could probably tell by here that there might be a correction, but you don't know until this is broken here. You don't know until this is broken here that it is a correction, okay? Even if it doesn't break until all the way here, but then you're like, okay, this whole move here was a correction. The top was the top. This whole structure is our correction and maybe more. And then you find out, oh, okay, we start impulsing, we get above this previous high. Now we are making a proper impulsion and it continues. Then we can confirm on the next time that the move from here to here is a corrective move. And then what we could do is analyze that corrective move on a more local level. We're not going to do that. We are going to then say, okay, that becomes the 0 to 2 line because this is your 1 move, this is your 2 move. Fine, let's try that. So we're going to take a trend line. We're going to draw it from the 0 to the 2 line, and then we'll extend it, okay? We're going to do the same thing though for the next one. So this becomes your 0 to 2 line. All of that bunch of explanation to tell you that there's a 0 to 2 line. Okay. Now we can make our, now what an impulse this mother was, huh? Holy, this is a daily chart. This is a daily chart. So we don't know yet where the 2 to 4 is going to be. We don't know yet what the 2 to 4 is going to be. Okay. But we do have an idea. Oops. How y'all doing? I hope you're feeling fine. I hope you're doing all right. Don't panic. Don't worry about things too much. You know, everything will be okay. We don't know for sure really that we're in a full-blown correction until we break this, but that's fine. That would make sense. And again, that brings us to the beginning of May, May 3, May 4. We can tell if we're probably breaking this. Who knows? To be fair, we might make a move that ends up going up and then down. Okay, like let's not kid ourselves here. These types of things can happen. In fact, what I was going to show is that on a bigger time frame, we might be, so we've made a zigzag pattern here so far, and I think we're going to, based on the triangles and everything that was being drawn before, I think we're going to complete that down here to about the 683 level. Okay. Oh, sorry, oops, wrong. I'm looking at the price, and instead that's the 540 level. So it might not be 540. By the time we get down here, it might just be even like 650, 630, 625. Okay, maybe 585, whatever it is. Okay, it's going to be down here. Then maybe we run up a bit and then we go back down again. Okay, that could be the case. On the daily, okay, we're just taking an overview here. I'm coming back. We're going to be here. It's going to be about a month. We're going to be watching this thing closely, especially. And so, yeah, we're ready to cross. And the histograms are still positive, but we're going negative. So we're getting ready to spend some negative time histogram. Okay. RSI. Oh, I had previously drawn a trend line roughly. And so, you know, we can go down and chop around a bit here. Chopping around RSI doesn't mean the price is stable and chopping. There can be a lot of reasons why the indicators place themselves and move in the ways that they do. One of the reasons why it might chop around here is because, yes, it's chopping around, but look at the down and the up and the down and the up and the down and the up, even though the chopping around in the RSI is not necessarily all the way from the bottom to all the way to the top. Okay. All right. So there you have it. That's basically the thinking right now. That's possibly it. And then this wouldn't be the full correction possibly. There might be more correction depending what it is, or it might just be a big 1, 2, 3 big zigzag correction. And then the next thing would be an impulse. Okay. Now, is it possible that we make it down all the way to this this longer line? I don't think so. Based on this previous impulse, it would just take too much time. Oh, speaking of time, we want to imagine this impulse, this correction took way longer than this impulse, I believe. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure it in time. We're going to say this one took roughly up to here, let's say, is 22 bars, 24 bars. Okay, so roughly 22, 24 bars. Oops. Then the correction took roughly 43 bars. So let's just imagine roughly double. Okay, so then that's days. These are days. Now we've got roughly 19 days. If we're following the same pattern, we are talking about, oops, no, that's not 19 days, probably 20 days. So we're talking another 40 days, which brings us to the beginning of June. And so, yeah, who knows? Half of the 20 would be 10, which brings us to 4th of May. So I don't know what the relationship of time will be, but if this is a 22 to 42 roughly, And this is, we said this actually should be, oh, it's 20, yeah, 20 bars. So, you know, 10 bars brings us to May 4, 20 bars brings us to May 14. That'd be days. 30 days, which is a full month, brings us to, no. I swear I'm not a magician, and I did not anticipate that this date would end at the 24th of May. I hope I started it correctly, and I'm not just freaking myself out here. I probably didn't start it correctly, did I? Yeah, well, I mean, when you start it, right? Either way, this 24th of May, let's just stay aware of that, okay? 24th of May, stay aware of that. Let's see what's happening correctively here. We're almost guaranteed. So in 1, 2, 3, 4, well, it depends how, if it goes back up, by roughly the 4th of May, we will know if we're breaking this line. Okay, now this line, is it perfect? No. If we look at a line chart or some other chart, these are just kind of models and ideas, but seems to be working interestingly. Set yourself some orders at the 1 billion market cap level. I don't see why it won't bounce there and you know, show some support there. But is it going lower? Is it going lower? This could just be more of a flat correction. I would love this to be a flat correction. That would be great. That would be amazing. You know, what that would mean is that instead, maybe we go up, and depending what kind of flat, it could even take us higher, but whatever. Yeah, and then kind of do our thing and get out of there. Okay. Wow. Well, we'll see. Follow us in this movement as the good ship pirate sails the 7 seas of the grand crypto voyage. Yes, yes. Here we go. I hope you're enjoying yourself. If you are panicking, don't. We're still early. I don't know how much further we're going to correct down, but just grab yourself some powder to enter with. And look, I don't know how much you went in, okay? But let's say you put in 1,000 at 12. Okay, so that's $12,000. Okay, sorry, $12,000. My bad. You put 1,000 at $12. So you're dividing the 1,000 by 12. That's how many pirates you got. And then let's say you're putting 1,000 at $5. So now you're dividing by 1,000 by 5. Then you'll have that total number of pirate, and you're going to divide that all by 2,000, and you will have dropped your numbers quite nicely. So if you have wasted all your money up at the top, well, then this is a lesson to you to not waste all your money at the top, and try and recognize tops and recognize that things go up and down. And yeah, you want to be able to sleep well at night so you can stay healthy, and you want to be able to buy low, sell high, and you know, buy the red, sell the green, you know, so that you can stay wealthy. And you want to keep paying attention to people that you can learn from so you can stay wise. That's called the company of the good, the Sangha. All right, Pirate Sangha. That's it for now. Komodo platform community, big ups. And we're going to end this here for now. I hope to see you soon. Take care of yourselves. See you soon, figuratively, you know, through this eye. Take care, folks. Peace out.